So, it's Ellie. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So, since I uploaded my video about my study in Korea, about my university, about the classes, etc., etc., I still get so many questions from you, like, how can I apply to a Korean university? What should I do? What documents do I need? How do I get visa? So many questions about this topic, so I'm going to tell you guys more about it. So today I will explain you how to apply to a Korean university. So let's get it. First of all, before applying to any Korean university, you need to distinguish a Korean language program and a full education in Korea where you can get a bachelor's degree or master's degree. It depends on your education background, but anyway, you need to distinguish these two things because it's not the same thing. Personally, I am studying at the Korean language program, which means that I just learned the language. I don't get any degree. I can't become a doctor in Korea or a lawyer and any other person. So I just learned the language. That's it, nothing else. What I'm trying to tell you that a Korean language program is not a full education. Yes, of course, they give you some kind of a certificate if you finish the level, but this certificate doesn't give you any guarantee that you will find a job in Korea, because if you're planning to find a job in Korea, you actually need to change your visa type. But this is not the topic of today's video. I'm just trying to explain you that after finishing a Korean language program, your visa also finishes and then you just go back home. That's it. I think some of you may be planning to apply to a Korean university to study some, arts or law or any other major, but this is a full education. I don't know anything about it because I didn't study like this. I just have my Korean language program, that's it. So I will be telling you more about how to apply to a Korean language program. So the whole process starts when you find a university where you want to study. You can just Google about it. You can find the list of all the universities in Korea and you can just choose by the location or where you want to live and where you're planning to be the most of the time in Korea. So process of choosing the university, it's all depends on you. Then, when you chose a university, when you decide that I want to study here, first you need to go to the website of this university and find the information about their Korean language program. I should warn you that not every university has this Korean language program, so please check the information on the website very carefully. So the first thing that you need to find is the application deadlines. For example, now it's summer, the beginning of summer, and it's really logical to already be applying for fall semester, for example, and maybe just planning to apply for winter semester. So this is the right time, like right now, if you want to apply in the near future. You found the deadlines, you know the last day until when you can apply. And the second step is to find the list of the documents that you will have to prepare. I can't say for sure that all universities have the same list of documents, but in general, they're kind of the same. First of all, you need to fill the application form. I got my application form in a PDF file, but I think that many universities just made this online application form, so you just click the button and you just fill in the whole information about you. Then you need to prepare a photo, and the size of the photo should be 3.5 centimeter to 4.5 centimeter. And this photo should be colorful, not black and white. I tell you to prepare several photos because when you enter Korea, you will have to use these photos later. So you can save some money and you don't have to take pictures in Korea. So just take them with you. Photocopy of your passport, and I mean not your home country passport, but this passport that you use to travel abroad. Then you also need a photocopy of the certificate or a document which is proving that you finished your school or your university. It depends on what was your educational background. For example, I finished the university, so I made a photocopy of my diploma. You need to prepare a certificate of bank balance. So you have to go to the bank and you have to prepare this document which is saying about the amount of money that you have on your bank account. How much money do you have to have? Well, it depends on a university. You have to check this information on their website because, for example, for my university, this is a Seoul campus, so they asked for not less than 10,000 US dollars. For other universities which are far away from the center of Seoul, I heard that they ask about 5,000 US dollars. I'm not sure about it, so you should check this information on their website. And here's another question that you asked me. How can I apply? Through sending the documents by email or should I send by post? It depends on a university. Now it's the 21st century, but there are still some universities that want to get, like physical documents. So you will have to send them by post. But you will have to be sure that your documents will arrive to Korea before the application deadline. So if it comes after, then they will just say no to you. Then what to do next? Next, you just need to wait for an answer. That's it. You just wait. And you need to remember that you're not the only one person who is applying for studying this university. There are many other students who also want to go to Korea. So please be patient. Maybe about a week of waiting is okay. But if it's been 2 weeks and you still didn't get any answers, so maybe you need to write an email to this manager who you send these documents to. Just ask really politely if they got your documents. Maybe you misspelled the email address and you send it to another person. So you can just ask them. Let's pretend that you already got an answer and said, yes, we're waiting for you. Please come to Korea and study Korean. What to do next? Usually in the same email, they will send you an invoice. What is invoice? With the use of invoice, you can pay for your study. You need to go to the bank and bring this invoice with you. You can print it or just show on your phone screen. I didn't have a chance to change my country money to Korean won, so I just paid in US dollars. That's it. And after paying, you just need to wait for another answer from the university. So they will contact you and tell you that they got your money, and after this they will send you a bunch of documents that you will need to apply for a visa for studying in Korea. Then you go check the website of a Korean embassy in your home country and find the list of documents that you need to prepare for a visa. As I told you before, there are two types of studying in Korea: Korean language program and also a full education. For full education, you need to apply for a visa called D2. For Korean language program, it's D4. What's the difference between these two visas? The D2 visa is made for a long study in Korea, so I'm not sure about the duration because I didn't get this visa, so I can't tell you for sure, but I think its duration is about 2 to 4 years. For bachelor's degree, you need 4 years, and for master's degree, about 2 years maybe, I'm not sure. And duration of the D4 visa is shorter, it's only 6 months. The full course of the whole Korean language, it's about 2 years. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 semesters, I guess. So about 2 years you have to spend to study the whole Korean language, let's say so. But the D4 visa is only for 6 months. So what should you do? You can always extend your visa. For example, you studied the first 6 months, then if you paid the fee for your next education, you just go to an immigration office in Korea, so you don't have to go to your home country, and you just prepare some documents. I'm not sure about what exactly you need to prepare, but you can ask them. So you just apply for extension of your visa, you extend the visa, and you continue your study. That's it, there is no problem. So let's go back to this time when you're applying for your visa. You check the website of the Korean embassy in your home country, you prepare all the documents, and in my country, in Russia, when you go to a Korean embassy, you actually need to register beforehand. So you can't just come any time and any day. Make sure that you will check this information too. So maybe you will have to register beforehand. So you go to an embassy, you apply for a visa, and then you will have to wait for the day that you finally get the visa. In my case, I had to wait for 2 weeks, and I also had to check the status of my visa online on a special website. So we also have to ask about this at the Korean embassy. So you apply for your visa, you wait for your visa, you get it, and only then you can buy tickets to Korea. Actually, I will give you a little tip. Let's imagine you gave away the documents and you ask the manager, whoever are you going to talk to, about how long you're gonna wait for the visa, and they tell you, okay, maybe around 2 weeks. So you have in your mind that after 2 weeks I will get the visa, then I need maybe about 2 or 3 days to prepare, to pack my bags, etc., etc., and then I can go to Korea. So you just count in your mind beforehand the day when you can actually leave your country and go to Korea. So after applying to visa, you can buy the tickets. But this is really dangerous because you never know what can happen in this world. Anything can change in just a second. So this is really dangerous because maybe you will not get the visa. And if you already bought the tickets, you already spent your money, so you will have to refund. So I would recommend you to buy the tickets only after you get the visa. Then you buy the tickets, you prepare, you pack your bags, and then you just go to Korea. And also, I would like to recommend you to check the information about PCR tests. I don't know about your countries, but in Russia, I had to make this PCR test when I was leaving my country. And when I arrived to Korea, I showed the results of my PCR test. But what I'm sure about is that when you come to Korea, you have to take another PCR test on the second day after you arrive to Korea. So I think that's basically everything that I wanted to tell you about today. So if you want to ask me more questions, and if you need my help in filling the documents and writing a study plan, so it's not really easy if you have never done something like this before. So if you need my help with this, you can DM me on Instagram, and I will tell you about the prices. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you like it, and I hope you find it very informative and helpful. And I wish you good luck with this application process because it's actually really it's really annoying. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye bye.